Today we're reviewing the FIFINE K688 podcast microphone. We've got the boom arm bundle right here, so let's open this John up and see what we've got. This mic boom arm bundle is only $72. I will note I got it 15% off on Amazon, so I don't know if that always runs or if I was just lucky. Opening the box, we see the mic with its gray windscreen and the shock mount already attached to the mic, so that's nice. And then we have the boom arm itself, and then we have the clamp for the boom arm and the USB-C cable that goes with the mic. The mic does have a gray windscreen on it, which to me looks funny. So I actually have like this black one that should fit perfectly, and I'll just trade it out because I think the black will look better. So you can do that. It was like $5 on Amazon. The mic has outputs for XLR and USB-C. The XLR will require a mixer. Like FIFINE has a mixer like this. We've done a review on it. That should be in one of the corners right now. But if you don't want a mixer, you can just use the USB-C, and using the USB-C is basically just plug and play. You do get a few of the key features that you get with an audio mixer, but it's just easier to use them on the mic. You can plug your headphones into the mic, or you also have these two sound dial things that you can turn up your mic volume, or you can turn up your audio volume if you have your headphones plugged into your mic. If you chose to use an XLR mixer, you could do that in like a lot more. You can do voice effects, you can do a ton of stuff, but it's a little more complicated. As far as the boom arm goes, they give you the shock mount, which should be able to connect to this part of the boom arm, and they give you the clamp that clamps onto the desk, so it'll stay there. Something I will note about this boom arm is that it can only go like this. You can move it like this, but you can't move this away from this bar like you can with a more expensive boom arm that has a 360 swivel. This one does not. The shock mount has a 5/8 to 3/8 thread adapter that you'll put right here, and it should go on nicely. I'm gonna fire up the USB-C and we'll test that, see how that goes. Test. Okay, we do have the microphone fired up, and it's kind of hard for me to tell what audio I'm at because for the dial, it doesn't really, you can't really tell where you are. It was pretty easy to set up. You just put the boom arm together, and then I plug USB-C straight into my MacBook, and I am good to go. Turn it down. Okay, so this one adjusts the audio. Apparently, this is me turning it up. This is really loud, and then I'm turning it down. So that's me messing with the audio. You can mess. That's me messing with the microphone loudness. You can mess with your audio right here if you have your headset plugged in. It also has this touch, like it's not a button, it's just touch. It's the mute button. So if I press this, could you guys not hear me? That makes sense. I tested it with my headphones, and this does sound pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. It sounds like a podcast mic. It's time to hear how the plosives sound with this little windscreen right here that they gave me. Penguins poke pineapples painfully. Penguins poke pineapples painfully. What do? Penguins poke pineapples painfully. Say that 5 times fast. But yeah, it sounds pretty solid. I mean, there's a little but that'll be in like every microphone, even the Shure microphones. You'll be able to hear that. But it definitely reduces it a good amount. Simplicity of it, see how easy it is. Like I said, mixers are a little more complicated, but they're more customizable. And if you had a podcast or if you're a high level in something, you would use a mixer. You wouldn't just use a USB-C cable. Now, something that to note is these dials shouldn't do anything now that I actually have the mixer plugged in, because that's what a mixer is made for. You can adjust your audio, you can adjust headphone audio, you can mute it. This is not going to light up or do anything. Something to note. But yeah, honestly, I do prefer XLR. I prefer the capabilities of an audio mixer. I'm not sure if this is logical, but to me it sounds better. Now I'm going to do a comparison with their AM8 microphone, which I have right here and we did a review on. I'll put that in one of the corners. Shout out to Caden. AM8 is just a brother microphone that they have. It's also XLR and USB-C, and it's a little bit cheaper. There's RGB and stuff. It's a little flashier, maybe more for gaming, but that's plug it up and test the difference. Okay, now I have our two microphones right by each other. This is the K688 microphone right here, and here's the AM8. The AM8 is plugged up to the USB-C. K688 is plugged up to XLR. The sound difference should be at least somewhat different because it is about a $20 to $30 markup. I like the way this one looks a lot more. I don't like the flashy RGB look. If I was doing a podcast, I definitely wouldn't like that. This one does remind me of the build of the Shure SM7. I would definitely give the edge by at least like a good portion to the K688. Definitely one of the best mics I've tested. It's smooth, crisp, really good quality. The FIFINE K688 will be top link in description. Don't love the boom arm. Love the mic. Okay, bye.